Client results on Walmart in the month of February. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kyle. On this channel, we go over everything related to Walmart WFS and also our automation company where we manage a little bit over 170 Walmart stores currently. This is probably going to be a super short video, but as I like to do in this channel, I like to actually go ahead and take a look at some client results just so you guys can see some different spenders and see what those results would look like, see what our spreadsheets would look like if you were to get signed on with us. So again, I won't drag this video on for too long. I'll get right into these results. Okay, so here we are inside of a client spreadsheet for the month of February. Like I said, I'll show you through a couple different clients and a couple different results on here. I'll try to take you through some that have a little bit more spend and some that have a little bit of less spend on here. But the first one we'll take a look at is actually one of the clients with a little bit of less spend on here. What you'll see is only about $2,600 spent on inventory. And if you're new to seeing these spreadsheets, you know what you'll kind of learn is the numbers we really want to focus on is how much did the client spend here in order to make in net profit and what that ROI is going to correlate to over here. So I'll take you through the entire sheet really quick, but what you're going to be able to see here is the product that actually sold on Walmart, the purchase price it sold for on there, the Walmart commission fees that they took, of course the WFS fees to actually ship those products to each individual customer, the cost of goods sold, how much that inventory costs per unit, and then it'll give you that net profit number again with that ROI breakdown. So what we can see overall for this client in the month of February here is they spent $2,600 for a little bit under $600 in net profit here at about a 21% ROI. So again, if you've been following the channel and been watching these results, you'd know that on the store's profit we average right around a 25% ROI. And again, that is before the actual profit split and shipping and all those costs that have to get factored out of here. So the number that you actually take home as a client is going to be much less than this. But what you'll know as well is you're going to average around that 25% ROI, but you're not going to be receiving that every single month. So as you can see here, this client was at a 21% ROI. So again, I like to show you kind of the good and the bad also, not just the strictly 30%, 40% months as that we have if you look back at past videos on the channel. So that's one you're able to see is a 21% ROI here. If we jump into the next client, you're going to be able to see some more spend here, and you'll kind of see quickly, that again, that ROI, it's like I said, we average at 25% ROI. It doesn't mean that you're going to be getting that every single month. So you can see, a smaller number there, where this one is $13,700 spent on inventory total for about $2,300 in net profit here, and that's going to come out to a 16.8% ROI here. So again, a total purchase price of about $23,000 on that revenue, and again, $2,300 in profit. So not a super big ROI for this month, but again, you're gonna have months where you have these 16% followed up by a month where you can have a 30 or 35% ROI. So in this business model, things like that happen. Someone can come in with more stock on a listing that we have to drop that price to compete to win those sales and get rid of those products. And in other cases, a seller could not restock on a product, which allows us to move that price up a lot more and get a much better ROI on those sales. So let's take a look at one more before we jump off here, and it's going to be relatively about the same amount of spend as that last one. And what you'll see here is you can see quickly about that average of that 25% ROI. So this is what you're going to be looking at a lot of the time, but again, not all of the time. So what you'll see here is $20,000 in the total sales, and you'll see about $11,800 spent on the inventory for a little bit over $3,000 in net profit here. And again, something you'll be able to see, and something I always like to point out when I'm going through these spreadsheets, is these negatives here, these negative ROIs. You're gonna have months where you have those, and there's certain months you may have where you don't have to liquidate any products, and then you might have a month where you have to liquidate one or two of those. But again, that's the reason why we give you more than just one product in your store, so that if you're selling on 6 products or 10 products, if one of those were to be doing bad on there, you'd have the other 7 or 9 products to actually make up for the rest of those those worst performing products. So I hope this video is helpful, being able to take a look at some of these results and check out the spreadsheet. If you're interested in seeing more, you can definitely go look back at prior videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.